As I left out of Seattle to tell my story, or if I'd tell it at all. Should I start in my childhood, when I sat on the shores of the lakes of Michigan, dreaming of the ocean and wanting to sail on a boat? Or should I start from this point, leaving Seattle? I don't think you can tell a story, or at least don't think a story is as good, if you don't know a little of the backstory. This is me. This is my sailing experience. Being out on a lake in a 10-foot inflatable boat. Fishing for rainbow trout, probably. But beyond that, I've never really piloted a boat. Certainly not for any distance, or over the ocean, or even into a bay. My whole sailing experience has been confined to lakes, maybe some inland streams. I've been on other boats. Friends' boats, bass boats, even went on a cruise. None of this would qualify me to captain my own boat. So, I started looking around and found a few friends. They said they would go with me and help me out if I bought a boat to get it up to Alaska from wherever it was. So I started looking, and I saw a lot of boats, and I did a lot of research to figure out which boat was going to be best for me. I found that most of the boats I was interested in were in Seattle. There was a couple boats I liked in Canada and a few that were in California, but the majority of them were there in Seattle, so I decided to fly on down. I flew on down, of course. That means going to the airport, taking a flight, waiting in line, getting your luggage, journeying through Seattle to all the different marinas that these boats were in. I looked at a lot of boats, but the first one that I looked at was the one that I eventually chose, the Queen of Hearts. I fell in love with her at first sight. She had beautiful lines and pretty much everything that I wanted in a boat. This is the Queen of Hearts. This is the boat that I chose. As we go inside, I'll take you on a tour. And through the tour, don't laugh. You'll figure out exactly how little I know about boats. Alright, so I'm almost out of time and almost out of battery power on the camera. Mostly the time issue. So I'll just do a real quick tour of the boat, which I can go into detail later about what I like and what I don't like. So it's a Beneteau 390, and it's got the galley here on the starboard side. It's got a nice salon area, plenty of room. To the aft on the starboard side is a nice full-size berth, plenty of storage. So you have two cubbies there, two cubbies there. This is actually a hanging locket and goes pretty far in. Have a galley, double sink, built-in garbage, pantry, utensils, more storage underneath the nav station. One of the things I really like was the separate shower, which, as you can see, is only being used for storage, plus it has another hanging locker there. This bathroom doesn't have a shower actually in it. This is one of two bathrooms. It has a very large hanging closet up front here. Has a forward bathroom. The light doesn't work, I'm sorry. One of the things on my to-do list that I didn't done. And then the forward berth, which is probably where I will stay. It's kind of the largest. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll go into a little bit more detail about what I like and what I don't like in a different video, but thought I'd give everybody a quick tour because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are wondering what it looks like. After I made an offer, negotiated and agreed upon a price, got a loan approved, it was time to get on an airplane, go through some more airports, and head down to Seattle. Time to get the survey done and the sea trials done. This meant pulling the boat out of the water, something I'd never seen or done. Luckily, I had a good broker that helped me out through the whole process.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not my checkbook, but I got my debit card, so.
That was great.
There are points in life you should take a clue. That was one of them. After the sea trials and survey was done, it was back to the negotiating table until we agreed upon a price. December 15th, 2016. Aside from my daughter being born, probably the happiest day of my life. No, not because of the girl. Like most of the girls I know, she's taken. But after 6 months of playing phone tag and hard work, traveling back and forth to Seattle, this is the day that I got notice. Not only had my final offer for the boat been accepted, but my loan was approved. Both on the same day. It was like clockwork. It was magic. And I was happy I could celebrate with a few good friends. It wasn't long after that I realized that I had a dilemma. It seems in the past year of living in Sitka, my possessions have grown exponentially. Now that I owned a boat and planned on moving aboard, what was I going to do with all this stuff? And this stuff? And this stuff. And some of this stuff, I don't even know what it is. I started selling everything that I could, and what I thought I would need and thought I wanted to keep, I started putting into storage. And as I started putting the stuff into storage, I didn't realize how much stuff I hadn't gotten rid of. And soon realized that I was going to need a bigger boat if I really wanted to keep all this stuff. January 27th, 2017. I went to the bank to sign the final papers for my boat loan. And just like that, I was a boat owner. One step closer to my childhood dream. About a month and a half later, you guessed it, on another plane heading back for Seattle. This time I had to bring the boat around from Lake Union to its new moorage in Elliott Bay Marina. I wasn't able to leave it in Lake Union after its repairs, however the broker offered to help me bring it around to Elliott Bay.
Alright, I snuck through the door back there so that I could get on the boat and get some things situated before we take off heading to the new marina. I was worried about trying to find her in all this mess, but with her big old red sail covers, she really wasn't hard to spot. So let's head on down. There she is. At least it stopped snowing.